Hi, you guys. I'm Heidi with Healing Harvest Homestead, and today I'm here to share a really great diffuser recipe with you. First of all, let me just say that it's fall, and I love the fall. And what better time of the year, well, they're all good times of the year, to use your essential oils. Now, as many of you know, I'm an herbalist, and I'm also an aromatherapist, and I'm also a homesteader. So I do a number of different things. I would say that my main focus is natural living. And, you know, we all love those fall scents, the scents of pumpkin and spices and cooking and all that. And it's really tempting to buy candles made with fragrance oils or you know, the air fresheners or the potpourri drenched with fragrance oils. And you guys, the fragrance oils are really bad for you. They're full of toxins. They're released into the environment in your home. You breathe them and they're just not good for you. So an option that's healthy and actually makes you feel better and promotes your wellness is essential oils. Herbs are wonderful too, but herbs don't really smell that strongly, where essential oils do, and so you can actually change the footprint scent of your home. Have you ever walked into somebody's home and it just doesn't smell that fresh, or it has its own special like scent? Well, yours has a scent too, and you can change that scent footprint of your home. One of the ways you can do that is by diffusing essential oils. And I just love having people walk into my home and they always say, "It smells so good in here." What are you doing? Of course, I make handmade soap, and I'm working with essential oils a lot for that too. But yeah, it's really neat to have people just mention how good my home smells. And then when I walk into my home after being gone for a while, it's like, oh, I'm home. But anyway, so during the fall, you know, I love the fall smells. And I'm a really big believer in hygge. Now, hygge is a concept that originated over in Scandinavia. Denmark, I believe, is the country that word is originally from. And basically, it just means happiness or coziness or joy, or, you know, we really can't define it here in America, but it's all those things wrapped together. And so if you're burning candles and you've got blankets and throws and pillows on your sofas, that all contributes to a hygge environment. But then so does the smell of your home. And that's where the essential oils come in. So I've created a very simple one-page little recipe guide for your favorite fall diffuser blend. So these are meant for a diffuser. If you find that you make a blend or that you are diffusing it in the air and you just love it, you can make a stock blend. And a stock blend is when you basically double or triple or quadruple or however many times you want the recipe for the diffuser, and then you shake it and you've got it ready all the time. You don't have to be counting out your single oils every single time. Okay, most of the recipes on this free gift, it's free, I'm just giving it to you, so the link will be in the description below, but they require pretty common essential oils, and none of them are very expensive. So these are things you can do, and they're very healthy. So I'm going to share a recipe from this sheet that I have for you with you today. And I'm just going to talk about the essential oils that are in it. And I'm also going to show you how to make a handy room spray. So we don't always want to use our diffusers or run our diffusers all the time. Or maybe we're on the go and we want that scent wafting over us wherever we are. Well, you can use a spray. And these you can take with you. You just shake them up and you spritz them around and you're cleaning your air. So that's wonderful. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about, just real fast, the benefits of diffusion. So if you're running a diffuser, and I do have a video on running diffusers in my YouTube channel, so I'll try to remember to put a little link to it. But if you're running a diffuser, they're wonderful. And you need to get the right size for your room. So some rooms are very large, in which case you'll need a large diffuser and you'll use more drops. And then some rooms are very small, like a bathroom, and you can use a smaller diffuser and use just a few drops. But what a diffuser does is, and there are different kinds. I went over them in the other video, but the essential thing that a diffuser does is it gets the little molecules of essential oils into the air, and they kind of waft around because air is very diffusive. You know, if there's a chemical in the air, it's going to waft through and spread. So just like, you know, we know germs do. So essential oils do the same thing, and that's why they're able to clean the air in your home. And it's just wonderful. In addition to cleaning the air in your home, they can do things to your body that are very, very good. So let's talk about some of those things. When you breathe in essential oils, the chemicals in the essential oils get into your bloodstream, just as all chemicals do, you guys. That's why staying away from fragrance oils is so important. But they get into your bloodstream and they help you. In cases of fragrance oils and toxins in the environment, they hurt you, and your body has to filter them out. Your body's always filtering out any kind of toxic chemical or waste chemicals. In the case of essential oils, you've got helpful constituents that are working with your body to help prevent different kinds of common issues like colds and flus. They help keep the air clean, and they can just boost your immune system in general. So let's go ahead and talk about the oils in this little blend. It's called Golden Autumn Sun. And when I created these, I'm not really good at naming things, I'll just be honest. But I thought, when I smelled this, I thought, you know, this is kind of like when you wake up in the morning in the fall and you go take that walk. And oh gosh, I think it just smells so good. It's fresh, it's bright, it's spicy, it's citrusy, it's really got some nice things in it. So let me talk about each of these. So first off, you have got some cinnamon essential oil. Now, I have 2 cinnamons here. I didn't state which one to use on the sheet. You can really choose whichever one you want, but I do want to talk about both of them because they're different. Here I have cinnamon leaf, and here I have cinnamon bark. So these essential oils are from the same plant, but they're distilled from different parts of the plant, and they do have slightly different constituents. So I just want to caution you, if you're going to use any essential oils on your skin, like if you wanted to adjust this blend for maybe a perfume or something, you really need to look into the dilution safety, because you might be hurting yourself. So cinnamon bark is harsh on your skin. It's got a very low topical dilution rate, so you'd want to be careful with this one. In the air, it's just fine. Okay, so if you're spraying it or diffusing it, it's wonderful. Cinnamon leaf is a little bit safer on your skin. It can still sensitize you, but it's definitely not as strong as cinnamon bark. Now let's talk about the scents of these two. Cinnamon bark has a sweeter scent. It's much more, it smells more like the cinnamon, like you would find in a cinnamon stick. Okay, so it's a little more of a traditional cinnamon scent that you're used to. Cinnamon leaf, on the other hand, which also smells very good, has a softer overtone and maybe a little bit of an acrid touch. It's not quite as sweet as the cinnamon bark. So when I made my blend, I actually just grabbed one of my cinnamons and I didn't look at which one, and I started off with the cinnamon leaf, and then I quickly realized, oh, I think I'm gonna go with the cinnamon bark. So in my stock blend, I actually have about 1/3 of my cinnamon is the cinnamon leaf, 2/3 is the cinnamon bark. It smells divine. So, but if I were making this for a diffuser or for a spray bottle, I would go with the cinnamon bark. Okay, so there's a little bit about that. In terms of therapeutic use of cinnamon, Cinnamon's amazing for your immune system. It boosts your health and your wellness. In fact, it's one of the essential oils or the plants that is found in the thieves vinegar and the old thieves story recipe. I don't know if you've heard that story, but it's really cool. Essentially, way back during the days of the bubonic plague in Europe, this was back in, I don't know, I think the 1300s. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. It was during the bubonic plague or the Black Plague, and everybody was dying. In fact, 2/3 of Europe died from that plague. And the bad guys would go around and they would rob the graves or rob the dead of their goods and their belongings, because what would happen, it was so contagious that people, if they died or if they got sick, they were just kind of thrown in a pile and taken out to these mass burial places. And before they were burned, or because usually they would burn them, grave diggers or grave robbers would go through and try to find items of use, I guess. But anyway, these four thieves would go and they would do that. They would go steal from the dead. And they never got sick, and they never, became ill, and nobody could figure out why. Well, at the point that they were caught and they were taken in front of the magistrate or the judge, and the judge said, hey, you guys are never getting sick. What are you doing? Because you're in close contact with these bodies, and obviously something you're doing is working. And so he offered them leniency in their sentence if they would tell him the secret. And that's where the legend of the four thieves comes from. So you've probably heard of thieves vinegar and thieves blend of essential oils. Well, cinnamon is one of those essential oils. And there are a total of 5. And I'll do a video on that. So you can make your own thieves blend, but it smells really good. At any rate, that cinnamon bark is the first essential oil in here. You need 2 drops. And then there's orange. Orange essential oil is full of a chemical called limonene, and it also boosts your immune system. What it does, and this has been clinically proven, is it works on your white blood cells and it increases their activity in your body. So right there, you've got a very, very powerful nice oil to use. Any of the citruses are high in limonene, and they will actually help do that. So lemon, bergamot, neroli, they're all, mandarin, lime, they're all pretty high in that chemical. But I'm choosing orange just because it's traditionally more of a fall scent. Another thing about orange essential oil is that it boosts your mood. So if you're a person who is really hit hard by seasonal affective disorder, orange essential oil can really be helpful with that. So I just like it because it's just a happy scent and it makes you feel good. So there's cinnamon bark, 2 drops, orange essential oil, 2 drops, and then my final essential oil is a bit of juniper. Now, there are different species of juniper. This juniper is coming from where I have lived over 50 years of my life, down in the Mojave Desert. It's Juniperus osteoperma, okay? And I actually got this from a really neat distillery right there in southern Arizona called 5E Aromatics, and I really like this place. But it's only 1 drop of the juniper. Juniper is very strong. It has a quite a strong evergreen scent. It's not quite like pine, but it definitely has that beautiful evergreen, fresh forest scent. And I really like it in combination with these 2 essential oils. But it's 2 for the cinnamon, 2 for the orange, and only 1 for the juniper. Otherwise, it's going to overpower it. If you make a stock blend, you may even want to cut back on the juniper a little bit more. Juniper, and like other evergreens, is also high in chemicals that boost the immune system and also helps clear your nasal passages. So it's going to help your respiratory system as well. So you can see this little powerhouse of essential oils not only smells amazing like fall and will help your home smell better and just be a better place, but has therapeutic actions. So I just love this blend. You can drop these directly into your diffuser if you want to, or like I said, you can make a stock blend. So I made a stock blend, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a spray for you really fast so you can see how to make your own sprays. So if you really like these recipes, if you go ahead and pick this fall diffuser blends sheet up that's in the description, you can go ahead and make a spray if you want to. Okay, so to make your spray, what you're going to have to do first is get a spray bottle. This is a 2-ounce little amber glass spray bottle. I like amber glass because it doesn't degrade the essential oils. It kind of keeps those UV rays out of the sunshine or LED lights and things like that. And then you're going to notice usually that your sprayer might have a tube that's much longer than the bottle. And here's a little pro tip. What I found is I go ahead and I put the lid down to where I think it's going to be when it's screwed on really tight, and then I look at the end of my tube and then I add just a little bit of extra length. I want that extra length because what happens is it'll curl on the bottom and then you're not going to waste any of your spray. Cut your tube at an angle. Okay, if you angle it a little bit, it also helps keep air out and just makes things a little easier for your bottle to spray. And then I have a little tiny funnel. If you're very skilled at putting things in a small top, you may not need the funnel, but I do. And I'm going to go ahead and add about 30 drops. You don't need a funnel to drop your drops in, but you'll need it for your bigger liquids in a minute. So 30 drops. Okay, cool. There's about 30 drops in here. And you could actually add a few more if you wanted to. I stick with about a 2 to a 3% dilution on my sprays normally, and that's what this is. Okay, now here comes my funnel. Next step is I'm going to pour in some vodka, and I like to use about a tablespoon. So what I've got here, this is a very high proof vodka, so I'm only pouring a little bit in. Typical vodka has, 80 proof is just fine. But the vodka helps the essential oils disperse in the liquid. All right, so, and if you use a very high proof like I just did, you can actually, I'm going to put this on and give it a good shake. You can actually shake the essential oils together into the alcohol and have almost an immediate dispersant that will help it get into the water better and easier. Sometimes you'll notice that it turns cloudy, and that's good. That's a good sign. Sometimes it doesn't. It depends on those essential oils. And now I'm going to add my distilled water. Sometimes when the funnel sticks to the top of the opening, it doesn't, it's air pressure. The air pressure doesn't allow you to let the liquid in. So you might have to tip your funnel just a little bit. And then I go ahead and add the water just a little bit above the shoulder of the bottle. So I've got it. That's what it looks like right there. And you can see it's cloudy, and that's because those essential oils are dispersed in there, so it's safe to spray. You want your essential oils completely dispersed in the liquid before you spray it, because you don't want any you don't want a large concentration of essential oils landing on your skin. It's just not a really good idea, especially if you're working with essential oils like cinnamon bark that can sensitize the skin. But if you're just spritzing it around your car or your house or your room or a bathroom, this is a great bathroom spray, by the way, then you are not going to have any troubles. You want to be sure if you're spraying around pets or children, I wouldn't spray it around pets. Just, kind of be sure they're away from the mist. Children, same thing. They need to, don't get it near their eyes. Be sure, I would just not spray around children either, to be honest. If you're spraying around grown-ups, just tell them, hey, close your eyes and spray in the room. Just spray around. Woo, here we go. And, oh my gosh, that smells so good. And I think you're really going to like this. This little spray, if you make it. And I think you'll really like it in your diffuser too, for multiple reasons. All right, this went a little longer than I thought it was going to, but I did give you a lot of information, and the second recipe down is the one we just made together here. I hope you enjoy this sheet, and yeah, you guys have a great day. I hope you subscribe, and if you want to learn about herbs and essential oils and how to use them for body care, wellness, all kinds of different things. And if you guys have requests, you can, email me. If you have requests for things you want me to, demonstrate or do, I can certainly do that. So on the YouTube channel, there's lotions, there's salves, there's soaps, there's tinctures, there's all kinds of things there right now. And I'm always wondering what you want. So let me know, and I will see you soon. By the way, if you go down into the description, you'll see links to where you can find me online. All right, bye you guys. I'm Heidi with Healing Harvest Homestead, and I hope you enjoyed this. Happy fall.